Next up, we have Burns at Shelby.
One thing about Shelby, that's a horse down there. That's one of the powerhouses. Burns, they play great football. I think they already played one time this year, and Shelby got them. You got Holyfield back there for Shelby. Can't never count that golden line out. That's a scary person to game plan for. But just got the opportunity to watch a little prior kid from Burns, and wow. But I don't think the kind of defense that he saw, he's not going to see that with Shelby.
Right.
Shelby, they're very well prepared and they execute. It's going to be tough, but it's always tough to beat somebody the second time around. We saw that with the Mile Creek versus Vance. It's hard to beat teams twice. So.
No, it's going to be tough. I think for me, I look, of course, offensively, the best kids, one of the best QBs in this area. And I think he, if I'm not mistaken, he just is either like the Cleveland County's most prolific passer or something in Shelby history or something to that effect.
So most passing yards.
Yeah, so congrats to him. But, he's out there just dealing. Some of the highlights and tape I've seen from him is just, it's been extraordinary. And, I think the Mitchell and Daly kid boasts over 1,100 yards this year. Just two top receivers out there for him, and it's going to be a test. Like we talked about, as we've seen in other games, when you're a run-heavy team and seem to be around other teams like that as Burns, is that defense disciplined enough or experienced enough to handle a true, a passing attack like that? You have two top receivers. Most teams, as we know, struggle to have two great corners. So how is that corner, the CB number 2, going to handle a guy that's 1,100 yard receiver on him all night? What can Burns do to kind of help?
A lot of times, your best receiver is also your best corner, and vice versa.
Yeah, especially as we drop classifications, of course. So you guys going both ways. But yeah, I think that's going to be interesting as we have two very different attacks. You got Best that's out here slinging the ball all around regardless of who they're playing, when they're playing, and then you have Burns with that Pryor kid, and I don't know if he's related to Evan Pryor, but something about that last name and running the football. He's going to be pretty crazy to see with that. So it's going to be rocking down there. I've already seen communications go out now about how to get tickets. They said doors are opening at 5:30 down there. So
you got a little small thing.
You just know that it's going to be rocking down there. The guys on the other side of town don't have another football game to go to at Crest. So there's only one team. Back to the old days, only one team.
That's a heck of a Cleveland County showdown in a regional final, man. That is going to be incredible down there. Just that atmosphere is special. You look at Shelby on the season, they've thrown it 310 times and rushed it 313. That's the epitome of balance.
Oh, it is. No, for sure. But like you said, even looking at it, they got a couple guys, running the ball. But I just don't, it's going to be interesting to see how Burns takes care of it. But, excuse me, another thing I saw too, which is pretty funny. Have you seen the 2 AA East? I saw our guy Doug Coates posted. I think, isn't it Salisbury and Randleman are playing for the 2 AA East? I think that's who it is for the other side. It's like, where are the Eastern teams? How is Salisbury?
I did not know Salisbury was East. I did not know that.
Yeah, I think it's Burns, Shelby, and then Randleman, Salisbury are the other side.
Salisbury was East.
That was one of the things I looked up to say, where did the Eastern teams go? 2A.
So Salisbury is East.
Wow. Yeah. But then you look at 2 single A, like you have you have Clinton and Northeastern. It's like, where are 2 AA teams at here? The fact that 2 AA starts from Salisbury.
That's what I'm saying.
And goes to
that's right up the road.
Right. There's like a 75-mile radius of great 2 AA football.
That's crazy.
So that was just something crazy I noted there. But no, I think this game, this is one of those games you don't get there 6:15. I think you can go ahead and head to the house.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this one was good. Like you said, one of those good old football games that you like. You got great talent on both sides of the ball. You got names that everybody around there knows. And I think that second time, we've talked about that so many times, and we've seen it with Mile Creek and Vance. We've seen it, with different, other games that we've looked at. How does a team handle that second time? Can Shelby keep it up? What can Burns do differently? We've seen enough highlights and enough film to know Burns seems to be, very much so a team that does what they do.
Yeah.
I don't think they're any more deliberate than we watched that Highbrighton film. It's a whole lot of just, Pryor doing what he does and finding creases. So, I don't know what's going to be done different. Even, like we said, with the passing numbers that you pulled up, I guess the old game, threw the ball 10 times. I mean,
Bump it, go air raid.
yeah.
Let's go.
But like you have up there the first game. I mean, that average, 5.4 for Pryor. I mean, when all you're doing is running the football, even team total 5.4 average has got to be better than
You
that.
still got 163.
It's got to be better than that. And I mean,
you look at the balance for Shelby though. I mean, 14 to 22 for 218, and then they rush, for 139. I mean, it's hard to, and you can attest to, Coach Bird, it's hard to plan for a balanced team.
Because you got to try to, it's when you got a team that's balanced, it's like you can't really lean one way or the other. You got to be in a little more base stuff. You got to pick your spots when you take chances to be a little more aggressive. That's just what makes it tough against a balanced team. Like when you got a team doing one thing or the other a little more, it's definitely way easier to prepare for. But yeah, balanced teams are tough, and balance can mean different things. Like balance isn't always just they run past this much. Because you can have a team that pass and maybe they don't have a key where they throw the ball a whole lot. That's balance too. So it's balance in general on defense and stuff because it's they hide their hand a little more. Like hey, you don't know what you're gonna get, so it forces you to be a little more vanilla in your approach. So that's what makes it tough.
And then even looking there, we talked about it, and even with the receivers, you see, like I talked about the Mitchell and Daly kid, both over 1,100 yards. I mean, you can see Daly seems to be the one that got off in that game, and it seems like they tried to kind of stifle the Mitchell kid up a little bit. And then you look all-purpose, you see he seems to be the guy more active. He's a punt returner. He runs the ball some. So, I mean, to me, looking at that signifies that Shelby was making an active effort trying to get him that ball in your more dangerous situation. So maybe, what are they going to do this time? Are they going to be a little more neutral or still kind of try to take their chances with stopping the Mitchell kid and letting somebody else go? And I know defensive guys, I know that's always the thing of, do you double team the number 2 guy and put your best corner on the 1, kind of like a la Belichick? Or how would y'all handle that though? I mean, you got 2 guys.
And I'm Burns. I'm going there like I do all the time. I'm setting them formations. I'm just gonna run my reports like that. I don't see what like they come out there and dubs. What they like to do is that's their more run set. Then I'll probably keep my box stacked. If not, keep that one man. Then probably do some robber concept. Stuff like that.
All right, good luck to Burns and Shelby.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Bird fault, man.
No, I said that. I said we going off in the
My fault.
I said that. Yeah.
Sorry.
I said that 100%.
We good.